Hi guys, and welcome to my first video, an unboxing video of the Omni nest from antscanada.com. I always wanted one of these nests, so we'll get down to it and see what's in the box. It was on special for about $90, shipping was $25, and of course I got custom fees, so it came to about $150 in total. Alright, bubble wrap. This must be the Outworld, I'm guessing. Everything is really well wrapped. Bubble wrap everywhere. I had a little trouble receiving this package from, because once it comes in from the United States, it goes into Canada Post, and they marked it delivered, but it wasn't delivered, so I kept checking my mailbox, and finally they put a slip in there that said go pick it up at the post office. But it was, while I was looking around for it, like where did they put it? Gotta be careful with Canada Post, you never know. But it all came, and I had to go to pick it up at a depot. Of course there was the duty that I had to pay. Really well packaged. So here it is, the main body of the nest. You can see that it's made with high quality acrylic. Really nice, clean. You're gonna have to take off all these stickers. It's gonna probably take a while. I thought it would be a little bit bigger, but I guess once everything's together. He does have other models of his new line of nests out right now, but I decided to get on the Omni nest because I always wanted one, and it's been tested, and a lot of people have them, and they say they're pretty good. So I always wanted one, and I said, oh, I might as well just buy one before they stop selling them or something like that. And if this one works out, I might even purchase one of his newer models. If you want information or links to his website or his channel, I'll post them below. Taped up really good here. So yeah, if you are gonna buy an Omni nest or something, make sure you know the real price of it, because shipping is $25. The nest itself is about $100. And obviously when it comes from USPS or whatever it is from the United States into Canada, Canada Post takes over, and usually it stops at customs and they really charge you. Like I said, mine was about $28 customs. More packaging. Really, a lot of packaging. Everything's neat and packaged nice. We got our plastic tube and our connector and all the accessories. Connector tube. This is if you want to connect the outwards world separate. You can do that. I'll probably be connecting it all together. A little message from Ant Canada. saying, ooh, if you want to know how to set it up, go visit my website, which I already watched the video, so it's pretty cool. I just didn't know how the package would arrive, so I figured I'd make a video. Pretty cool. There's a stopper for the Outworld. So here's all the stuff you get in your kit. You have the Omni Nest, the Outworld, the plug, the covers for the water, the door, or the connector thing. You just, oh, here's me removing the stickiness. It's hard to get off. You have to really peel at it to get it to come off. Here's a base for the Outworld, and since I'm going to connect it to the main Omni Nest, I'll remove it. This is all if you want to keep it separate. So I will remove this and keep all the pieces together. It takes a while to set up, so if you're planning on getting one, just prepare yourself for a good hour to peel all the labels off and assemble it how you want. I find the screws a little tight on a little bit, especially like trying to push them through the acrylic, all the layers. I had a little difficulty trying to get them out, but if you turn them a little bit first and then go underneath and remove the nuts, it seems to be easier. So very easy to assemble, though, I have to admit. Really nice design. Just pry them up. You want to do everything gentle, you don't want to scratch it. It is acrylic, and I'm sure it'll scratch easily. The ants can go right through from the Omni Nest into the Outworld, and you got to reassemble all the screws that you just took out, so keep it on nice and tight. I wouldn't actually tighten these with like a screw, a wrench or something. You'd probably just crack it. So really hand tight, as tight as you can go, and that should be good. Here are all the layers. Really nice design. Like I said, I always wanted to buy this. Here's the this is the acrylic pieces that keep all the little sections closed. They each have their little tops on. So, and of course, it comes from, you have your big Ants Canada store sticker right there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to remove all of this. Oh my gosh, it's gonna take a while. Really breaks your nails. But you want it to be nice and clean, so these two pieces I'm going to keep on the side. This is for to cover the bottom of the Outworld, and the other one is for to cover the top of the Ants if you keep them separate, so we'll keep those together. And this also is a little piece that you put inside the Outworld so the ants can't get back through. Just put it under there when they're separate. So We don't need all these pieces right now. So I found an idea. They're very hard to get out, so I use some of the sticky tape. And what you do is that came with the packaging, you just stick it on, pull them out. It's the easiest way I found to do it. So maybe if you get one of these, it's a good idea to try that. So you do both sides. Usually I try to get the bottom side off and then I do the top. But I start them on both ends and I don't want to touch the other underside of it. Here's the sponge. It's a weird type of sponge. It's dry. Really strange. And as you can see, the screen that's just on the side there so the ants don't get in there just falls out. So you want to make sure that it's snug so you can take something. If you run to put the sponge back in, make sure you push it all the way in, hold it with something, and then put the sponge back in. I'm sure the ants will probably get through there, but I heard people on the forum talk about that, like, oh, my ants get in there. So maybe one of the aspects of the design, maybe that I would have changed, maybe had something like a solid screen little piece that went in there. I don't know. So here I did both sides, so I'll show you how I did it. Just remove the underside. This is exactly how I did it for all the other roofs. Put it on, hold it, and just peel it off. I mean, if the top of it gets a little fingerprinty, it's not as bad as the inside, I guess. And you can see there's holes drilled in these pieces so you can insert the water, which I'll be showing later. Yeah, so make sure that screen is tucked under, it's like bent, so you put the bent part on the bottom and push it in, then put your sponge back in. Here I'm gonna take off the covers for these and stick them on. It holds it into place, the little door. They're fairly easy to move, so you can move them out of the way if they're over the holes where the water goes in. This I found very snug. I was like, oh no, it doesn't fit at first, but you really got to push it in, so maybe it's just off a bit alignment. So here's what I did. I marked, I marked the paper on top with all T's just so I know which side was the side up and which way they go, because I heard people, they fell out and they couldn't, some of them are different sizes and they couldn't fit them all back in. It's like a puzzle piece. So it's best just to mark them with a T so you know which side's top and you know which side they go on, and just remove each one and start peeling. I pretty much did the bottom first and then just put it back on and then did the top. So here they are all done. The bottoms are all off. And I'll just start peeling them off one by one. When I got to this part, it was pretty much easy. I just wanted to do them all at once and not touch them too much. Of course, they all stick together with the tape and sometimes they'll come out. But I eventually get there. This is like the longest part of setting up your Omni nest. But it is worth it. I think a lot of people were talking about this, and at least you know that each individual chamber, it's clear, not scratched from shipping, or so you're really getting as clear possible into the nest as you can. So I think it's a good thing that they leave it on. Sometimes they stick, they just hold them down. I've always been interested in keeping ants, but I've always had bad luck. Like the queens would just die, or something would happen to them. So I'm giving it another shot. I'm sick of building stuff. I just wanted a permanent nest that I could clean every year, and it's it's a learning experience, and hopefully I'll get it right this time. But it's a very, very nice looking nest. Really pleased with this. You can tell it's quality, well thought out. So that's it, the Omni nest. So make sure you keep all these pieces, all together so you don't lose them, because maybe one day you'll decide like, oh, I want to keep it separate, and these are, if you want to make chambers in the water chamber, see, they have no holes in it. They go on each side. It's nice that they gave extra ones in your tube. You could put anything there. You could attach it to another outworld or a test tube full of water, or I don't know, if they need more water, moisture. I'll keep everything in the little bag that came, which is great. Keep everything together. Easy to lose little screws, and they don't give you extra ones, so. Oh, there it is. I put the plug in the ant world. The cover comes off very easily. You can remove the screen too if you want, if you remove the nuts. It fits on snug. I'll have to get some insectaslip or something, maybe to put it around the top, so when I feed them and stuff, they won't come out. But yeah, very happy with it. Really nice. Here's I just thought I'd demonstrate how the sponges absorb water. These little holes. I have a little water squirt device here. Really seems to absorb water well. I'm going to hydrate them to the max. That's just the first time, just to get them to absorb water. I want to see how much they can hold. I don't know how much are in these containers, maybe 20 ounces, or I don't know. It's about, I guess, the amount of 2 test tubes full of water. So you can see the water going through the layers of the plastic and through the bottom. It's nice that these holes are here. Well, you can see some of the water has gone into the nest. I'll just tilt it a little bit to reabsorb it into the sponge. I guess you could also put cotton or something in there, like he said on his website on antscanada.com. They said you can put any kind of medium in there that you want. So cotton would probably be good if these sponges get moldy or something. Here you can see the layers of the close-up. That's how the water kind of passes through a little bit more. So here's my ant queen that my friend caught for me. inner test tube setup. She's doing pretty well. It's only been about 2 weeks and she seems to have about 9 eggs now, so which is kind of quick. I'm keeping her in a box on a heating cable, and it seems to be going well. I put a little bit of honey in there for her to eat, and she ate it up pretty quick, and so I put a little bit more in, and she ate it again. Here's the box. I like to keep her in the dark, and like I said, have a heating cable underneath to keep her warm, because the last time I had queens, I had them in my basement in the cold. I didn't realize they needed heat, so this time seems to be going better. Well, we learn from our mistakes. So that's it. She'll be put away for a little while and keep checking on her once in a while, but hopefully she'll have some workers soon. So that's it. That's my review of the Ants Canada Omni Nest. Review the unboxing. I'll have to see how it works out, but I'm very pleased with it so far, and I'll try to keep you updated on what happens to my colony, if it grows or what happens. So thanks again for watching, and subscribe. This is my first video, and thanks for watching.